Hey up, my name's GuyKesTV and I've been a professional kit and product tester for nearly 25 years. And this is the Endura Pro SL 3-season road jacket. So as the name suggests, it's Endura's attempt to create one jacket that will fit pretty much any season this side of summer. And so, standard format, windproof front of arms, windproof front down to there, and then windproof over the yoke and shoulder there, and then thin jersey material down the back there, round and round to the front. So you've got protective areas in terms of sort of wind chill and a bit of shower proofing. I mean, to be honest, it's got a DWR coating on it, but it's one of the modern eco-friendly non-CFC, non-toxic ones, which tend to, well, wash away as soon as they see much rain, or at least wet out. So wouldn't get hung up too much on any kind of waterproofing ability of this jacket, but like a normal soft shell, it keeps out wind and showers pretty well, and then you've got the venting around the back. But as well as that fabric venting, you've also got forearm vents there, which, if you've never used them before, super effective, because obviously your veins and arteries are very, very close to the surface there, so really a surprising amount of cooling effect from those vents on either side. And then you've got full length vent zips either side here, and they're two-way as well, so you can really, if you want the breeze down there or you want the breeze up there, you can manage that. And of course they're on both sides, and they combine with a little scoop vent on the back of the yoke there, so when you're down in that aero tuck, that just pops up and drags a bit more air through. And the whole idea is, it's meant to work nicely when you're, sorry, I do put that around to see what I'm on about. Work nicely in terms of the venting when you're down in the tuck as well, because it's designed for the hardcore roadie. Well, that's what Endura say anyway. But as you'll see, when you tuck down, there's a bit more wrinkle and a bit more pull in the cut. I mean, it's relatively stretchy fabric, but as you can see, there's already a bit of wrist exposure there when I start bending down. So, I mean, it fits nicely when I'm upright, when I'm cruising, but if I go hardcore roadie, then it starts pulling away. Even though it's a nice sort of cowled wrist there, they're not overly long. So it's cut for, I mean, I wouldn't say the fuller figure. I wouldn't say I wouldn't say it's cut fat, but I'd say it's cut for a fuller figure rather than a super skinny figure. So it's not your fully aero, zero wrinkle kind of cut. I guess that's what I'm kind of saying here. But plenty of reflectivity there. There's reflectivity around the back, and also that little tail that hugs down there, that's waterproof. So you've got a nice little bit of protection on your tail. But what I have found is Endura run that thin breathable panel through all their clothing at the moment, and if you kind of combine all the layers, it can suddenly get a bit wet and a bit drafty if it's really pounding on your back. So kind of mix and match depending on the weather, or else you'll find a real kind of contrast between the protective areas and that venting area on the back. But I'm a professional nitpicker. You've got to remember that. For most people, they won't even be bothered by that at all. And then, while we've got the venting there to take it, for if the temperature warms up or the pace warms up, you can cool the jacket down there. You also get, as part of the package, this Primaloft Active Evolve gilet underneath, and that's basically just a very hairy, furry, kind of reminds me a bit of the inside of an old Jiffy bag mail envelope. And as you can see, it's also got the mesh. Oh, it's like something off a late night channel there. It's also got this little vented layer there, so it lines up with the vents on the main jacket. And again, you've got that breathable strip down the back as well. But this really does, considering how small it packs down. I mean, it is a tiny, there's barely anything to it in terms of weight, in terms of bulk. It has no problem just scrunching down and going into, say, the middle pocket on the back of the jersey here. And not only do you get, let me open it up so you can see there, not only do you get the classic 3 pockets in a very, very stretchy material, so really high capacity pockets there, but you also get little side pockets in a really, really stretchy mesh, which are good for gels, good for wrappers, just lightweight stuff, nothing too pokey and pointy, but as an extra, I mean, because obviously winter rides often tend to be longer, they tend to be lower tempo, or you just want to take more bits with you, especially if you're peeling layers on and off. It's just nice to have 5 pockets rather than 3. I think that really helps the versatility of it. And on that pocket, you've also got a little zipped stash pocket as well for your valuables. So really, really good pocketing. And, you know, while I've got it off, let's turn it inside. We're going to look at detailing like the collar there. It's a 2-piece collar with this extra layer that stands up, really goes in close behind your neck for extra coziness, and it's a honeycomb fabric underneath. It's similar to what they use on this Transloft base layer I'm wearing here, which I'll talk about in a separate video, and on their freezing point jackets as well. And you can see just on the fabric, behind this soft shell fabric, there's just a raised kind of wave pattern nap there, which helps with the wicking, helps with the breathability, and just adds a bit more trapped warmth, trapped air warmth as well to the jacket. So, well, there you go. Lots of features, whether it's venting, whether it's that little gilet that sits underneath, you know, nice big pullers on these zips. They run really easily. Got them on all the zips, all the main zips, and then just a little string puller on that arm zip there. But yeah, there's a lot of good, really nice detailing on this. You know, you've even got little reflective patches on there, so when you're down in the tuck, there's some light bouncing back to oncoming traffic. And they've clearly put a lot of thought into this. And yeah, I've ridden it in tons of conditions, and like I say, it's not really up to full waterproofing standards, but you know, anything short of that, it's been warm, it's really versatile, it's easy to adjust and adapt on the road, which is a big bonus. It's got those extra pockets, and while it's 180 quid full price, that's nearly $225 if you're in the US, with that little extra gilet underneath and all that versatility in terms of the venting, it gives a really, really broad bandwidth of where this jacket is wearable and comfortable. So, gotta say, Endura have done a really, really good job with this Pro SL 3-season jacket, which does pretty much exactly what it says on the tin.